Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to our Pacific online convention. New Wave, catch it, ride it, smash it. We are so excited to be tuning in with all of you today. A big welcome. We've got people from Australia, New Zealand, Tahiti, New Caledonia, some of the islands in Fiji, Tonga, Samoa. We got people all over the Pacific. So a big welcome and thank you for your time in being with us as we celebrate you and as we come together to be inspired by all of you. A few quick kind of housekeeping items. Translations, you'll see down the bottom of the screen just here, there it is, the translation button, Chinese, French, and Vietnamese. We didn't have a Vietnamese title, we had a German title that we had to use. So if it says German, that's Vietnamese. Now, huge apologies for the technical difficulties we had last night. We learned some lessons, some huge curveballs were thrown at us last night as we had our opportunity meeting. And it's much like life, it's much like the business. Curveballs come, you have to pivot, you have to get around them and still strive towards the end vision, right? So much as that happens in business and life, it happened to us last night. We really appreciate your understanding as we worked through with that. We thought we'd give you a little behind the scenes view. We had a few questions asking our setup last night into how we're running things. Oh, yep, here we go. This is we're actually in my office still. So we were planning to be in the Sydney Town Hall for this event. We're in my office. Here's a lovely bit of green screen that we got from Spotlight. A little plug there for Spotlight. We've got sitting in my office here. We're just tuned in. This event is built on the foundation of things such as the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People and Jim Collins. That's what we're working on here for our setup. So yeah, we had a few questions on that. We thought we'd just give you a little tour of what things look like from our little war room in here. We have an amazing wave that is pushing through the Pacific right now. And if we look at our last 3 years of sales history, let's look at this wave and look at this trend. 23% growth, followed by 17% growth, followed by 22% growth. These are numbers for the Pacific only, so just talking about in the Pacific, but amazing seeing the results that all of you have achieved. And this event, we'll be hearing from people that made this happen and made this possible. So I can't wait to hear these stories from people that, some of them contributed in really large ways, some of them contributed in really small ways. And either way, we celebrate all of your success and all of your contributions. See, at Nu Skin, this is the key, and I hope you guys can see the picture of this. It just takes a lot of people doing small bits that collectively we become a force for good. As you empower one life, you add one person to that force for good. As they empower several more people, as they empower several people, the wave that comes through and then unites people in being a force for good, it's really powerful what can happen when this happens. So a big thank you, and I can't wait to be hearing from all of you. Now, given we have set our little studio up, like my team kind of joking that I look like a weatherman standing in front of this green screen. So we thought we'd roll with it and give you a little weather update on what we've seen. This is looking at historical weather though. We wanted to go through our top 5 selling products by revenue so far this year. So just looking at January 1 till today, these are our top 5 selling products. Now, it's no surprise what number 1 is, right? LumiSpa. If you're like me and just don't leave home without this device, talk about a wave. LumiSpa is taking Pacific by storm. It's taking the world by storm right now. We're so excited at the claim we can now officially make in being the world's #1 at-home beauty device system brand. It's a bit of a mouthful when you say the whole thing, but Euromonitor, who's independently given us that title, it just verifies it's #1, and we do devices exceptionally well. Number 2 probably also comes as no surprise, the Galvanic Spa. Lumi and Galvanic form a really powerful lineup for this business. Customers love it, which helps drive the business forwards. We'll scroll through these next few. We've got Y-Span, and sorry, I was blocking New Zealand. That's not intentional. Y-Span, we did intentionally put Y-Span on New Zealand though, because we know you guys are especially running with it. We see so many people have amazing results from this product. I take it every morning and every night and love the benefits that I get from it. Our customers are saying the same thing. Number 3, I'm learning where I'm going. Number 4, sorry, lost count. Tru Face Essence Ultra Pearls coming in at number 4. And number 5 surprised me a little bit, but Reishi Max has actually been our 5th top selling by revenue product so far in 2020. So that just gives you a little snapshot on what's selling well. Now, when we talk about waves, you've probably all heard the saying, and I love this one, all ships rise with the tide. There is a wave of energy, that momentum I spoke about before in Pacific, you can benefit from that. And here's what's really powerful. Even if you're brand new to this business and you start sharing LumiSpa with your friends, the great benefit that you've got is momentum throughout the market. It's becoming known as it's not quite a household name, but we're almost getting to that stage where everyone is starting to recall what the LumiSpa is. We're getting a lot of traction on social media. We're getting a lot of traction in mainstream media. We've had articles, we've had features in Vogue magazine, for example. But people are starting to fall in love with LumiSpa, and it's spreading. So as you at home, if you're here for the first time, if you share that LumiSpa, you're not sharing an unheard of brand. You're sharing something that has some recall. So when you share it, you're tapping into that momentum where your potential customers can already have that exposure, which can help them quickly fall in love with LumiSpa as well. So that's the benefit of momentum, and the trends we're seeing right now have us getting really excited about everything happening in the Pacific. Now let's look forwards. What's the weather plan looking like ahead? It's all sunshine in the Pacific, and that sunshine is coming with AgeLock Boost. AgeLock Boost is the next wave of product innovation that we are privileged and blessed to have with Nu Skin. I love the fact that we've got our team of over 75 scientists, led by the Nu Skin rockstar, Dr. Joe Cheng, who you're hearing from later today. But I love that we have constant innovation leading this business. And I love how it gives you confidence to know that you're partnering with a company that is fueled on innovation. Our history is built on a foundation of innovation. So having that constant rebirth of growth helps give you that rebirth of energy that you can tap into anytime you want. So there's a lot of great stories to come. AgeLock Boost is going to take Australia by storm. We've seen LumiSpa kind of pave the way. Let's see what Boost can do to propel us further. And you'll hear from other guest speakers as well. I know Amy Cho from Canada will be speaking about Boost and how to use it to really drive momentum in your business. But we cannot wait for that to come later this year. Now, I wanted to touch on another key driver and focus for us, and that is success trips. It's a really interesting one to talk about right now, given the situation with global travel in the world. Looking at our history, we've seen some incredible destinations on our success trips, and I wanted to touch on Alaska. So we were so excited to go to Alaska in September, and as you all know, this isn't breaking news, we won't be traveling there this September. But here's my key message. Like I said before, life throws hurdles at us sometimes. We pivot, we work around, and we still get to our end destination. The same thing's going to happen with success trips. So even though we can't go to Alaska in September, we're doing some contingency planning right now to make sure that anyone who achieves this trip, I promise you that you will receive the recognition and the reward for your hard work in achieving this. Now, it can be really tough when you're working towards something and you can't quite picture it crystal clear. Like I'm a big believer in vision. I'm a big believer in having just that clear, burning vision in our minds that makes us wake up every day and drive towards it. I actually believe those who succeed in this business can only do so when they're in vision. And I believe that those who maybe don't succeed, or which actually only happens when people give up, but I believe people only give up if they've lost their vision. So I'm a big believer in that. So it's kind of tough with success trip that you don't have that crystal clear vision of, okay, what's happening with the Alaska trip. Just paint a picture in your mind of you with a significant other sitting on a plane, traveling. We will reward you. We will recognize you. You will get the reward that you deserve for your hard work. So finish your qualification on this. And then July 1 through to December 31, we'll be running our second wave of success trip for 2020. drive hard towards that. We will announce a clear plan as we get to that stage. But just know we're pivoting right now, but it'll all be worth it. I've always actually said success trips are actually a trick because it tricks you into growing your business. And as you achieve a success trip, you're actually left with an asset in your business of far greater value than any trip could ever give you. Now, I'm not diminishing a trip. We love the trips. It's emotional. It's an experience. We celebrate together as a group, and it's fantastic being there. But the journey of getting there is actually far more important. So stick on that journey, stay clear in your vision, and continue achieving these trips. A couple of other brief things I'll touch on. Our roadmap to success in the Pacific is strong, and we've got a fantastic lineup of recognition and reward as you continue to achieve success in this business. Right from LOI, which is that first step of leadership towards leadership, when you get your 1,000 points and become an LOI, you receive an additional reward thanks to the roadmap to success that we've got. I won't go too far into detail on this, but we've got rewards at every step of the way, from LOI to brand rep, to then becoming a gold, a lapis, and a ruby. If these names don't mean anything to you, don't worry. All I'm saying is we've got fantastic recognition and reward right throughout your journey, but because everything we do is driven to help you succeed in this business. Also, I hope you're tuning in to Success Online. If you're not part of the Nu Skin Pacific business group on Facebook right now, please go and join that. When you join, you'll see quite regularly posts for our Success Online updates. And on that, we've got training, product training, business tips. We've got different guest speakers that we line up to come and do a segment for Success Online. It's almost like a little snapshot of what you'll experience in this convention that we regularly post through our social channels regularly for your business updates and improvements. So please make sure you're tuning into that. Again, it's just tools to kind of help you on your journey with Nu Skin. Finally, second last slide, I want to touch on this. Another focus for Nu Skin, and this is actually really driven by Rich Wood and Ryan Napierski, you're about to hear from in just a couple of seconds, actually. But Nu Skin globally is putting the customer first. In Pacific, we're doing all we can to put the customer first. Really, that's our mission. And who is our customer? We've kind of got two groups of customers, right? We've got you, our brand representatives and brand affiliates who are out there partnering with Nu Skin. You're accustomed to us. We treat you like a customer. You are precious to us. We're here to really make your experience as fantastic as possible with this business. The second customer is the end product consumer who maybe aren't in this business opportunity, but love our Nu Skin products. And we've got a great customer base here in the Pacific. We're doing all we can to put you first. A couple of small things we've done. Recently, you've been enjoying our free shipping threshold has been lowered. I'm excited to finally announce, due to huge, overwhelming demand, that is now a permanent part of our Nu Skin plan in Pacific now. So free shipping, the current promotion that we're running will be permanent. I know it's not the lowest of barriers or thresholds for free shipping, but we really are working as hard as we can to pull that down. We're also working additionally to that on ways that we can improve the shipping costs to the end consumer. So right now it's $8 in Australia, for example. We're working hard to try and figure out ways, how can we get our customers paying maybe $5, for example, on shipping? So there's a few things behind the scenes that we're still working on, and that's just one little snapshot. But there's so many facets to this. We're doing all we can to put you first. Lastly, this is my last slide. I am so thrilled. I'm just over the moon to see that collectively as a group from this convention. So as you know, to register, you have to purchase one bag of this special Vitamil SKU that we set up. And just from this convention, just in the last week, this group that's on the call right now has raised 55,620 meals that will be donated to children in need around the world, primarily in Malawi, Africa, which is where our focus is. Now, let me say, if you're on this call right now and haven't purchased a bag, don't feel bad. It's totally okay. We expected people to share the link, and we want all of you being on here. But if you're in a position to purchase a bag as goodwill so that we can continue to skyrocket that number. We'd love to see it continue to grow. But a huge thank you and congratulations. Yeah, again, Nu Skin is a force for good. You guys are a force for good. That is an example of being a force for good. So thank you so much for that. Let's keep driving that in all that we do.